has been the case. On second down, here's Benjamin. Benjamin can fly, but there's nothing there as Jalen Ramsey comes over to shuttle him out of bounds.
On fourth down, Hoyer steps up, fires, broken up by Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey's had a huge second half, and he makes the play of the day for Jacksonville.
Hands in the air as Alshon Jeffrey absolutely abused him in the first half, and when the game on the line, they go back to Jeffrey, and Ramsey
he
makes
baited,
the play.
He baited Hoyer into that throw and timed it perfectly. What it says a lot to me about this kid is his ability to shake it off.
On defense, 1 on the play clock. Stafford takes the snap, fires over the middle, and this time Bolden makes the catch, but not able to pick up the first down.
Sean McCoy starting at running back and gets the handoff on first down. McCoy reversing field, and Jalen Ramsey throws him down. The rookie was not fooled by LaShawn McCoy, and a loss of 3 on the play.
Well, this is a sweet move by LaShawn McCoy right there. I think a lot of us thought he was going to get to the outside, but Jalen Ramsey.
They're going to need 2 quarterbacks to get through this season, much like they did 1 year ago.
Play action from Lynch. Sold it well. He's going to throw it. The inside of the field, it's incomplete, batted down. Well played by Jalen Ramsey as he and Thomas continue their battle.
Take a look to your right because Demaryius Thomas is open, but watch the recovery of Jalen Ramsey. That's why he was the first defensive player to come off the board. Look at that play. That was just phenomenal. Good, gets his head around. He finds the football without creating a collision.
That back injury to take on his former team, but on the shelf for a second straight week. Here's Lynch. Play action is going to take his shot. Deep down the field. This is Sanders, the intended receiver. Deflected and incomplete off the hands of Gibson, who should have come down with that pick.
Now, this is what we were calling for in terms of the second half adjustments, is getting the quarterback out on the edges where you can get a receiver wide open.
Earlier this drive, now 1 for 6 on third down. As Bradford fires, and Cordell Patterson unable to hang on. Defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Nice job by Jalen Ramsey because you're working against one of the faster guys out there on the field, and you kind of sort through everything.
16-yard catch, the longest play of the day so far for the Texans. Osweiler, too high, picked off, intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. His first NFL interception, and he's still going. Ramsey taken down at the 25, and that's Jacksonville's first interception since October 2nd against the Colts.
Will Fuller to get it over the underneath coverage. There's a linebacker underneath. He puts that ball up there in a spot where Will Fuller's got to come down with that thing. Would it have been a great catch? Yeah, it would have been a great catch, but Will Fuller can make that catch. Brock Osweiler took a chance.
First and 10 for the Texans, and it's Hunt. And Hunt's to the 30-yard line, and Posluszny is able to take him down. The ball came out. Jacksonville's indicating they have it. And now they're saying it's second down. It's Texans football. Can they cap off this drive? Savage, end zone for Hopkins, broken up. Jalen Ramsey on the coverage, and the Texans come up empty.
And number 2, you don't throw it at the best corner, even if it is your best receiver. I think you spread the field, I'm fine with that, but you run some kind of a draw play or a run play up inside. A fade that is a very low percentage pass.
Savage, sideline, Hopkins, he's got it, spins back in the middle of the field, now out of bounds, dragged down by Ramsey, and that spot appears to be just short of a first down. It'll be 4th and a half yard.
That was a tremendous tackle by Ramsey because, I mean, you get the feeling trying to tackle Hopkins in that situation is like kind of holding on to a slippery eel. I mean, look how wiry he's doing everything.
Savage looking for a shot in the end zone for Hopkins. Incomplete. Looked like he was about to come down with it, and Ramsey may have gotten a hand on that to take it away.
And they were really scrapping at each other here. I mean, that's just good physical football, I guess. There's nothing obvious there whatsoever, but I think Hopkins is going to make that catch most times, but shoot, super job by Ramsey getting that hand in there at the last minute and stripping it out of there.
Again, the play clock down to 1. Savage to Hopkins, incomplete. And it was Ramsey with the big hit.
Oh, it looked like this was going to be an easy completion as Hopkins came on the quick route. He motioned in.
2nd and 2 from the 8. Play action. Savage looking for Fuller, and Ramsey breaks it up.
He's got a hold of the jersey here. Watch as he comes across. You see him. He pulls him off with that off arm. And they don't call that because he bats it away.
Titans just 25% on 3rd and 10 or longer this year. Mariota chased out on the run, throws, and it's broken up. Jalen Ramsey got a hand on that one, and it's 4th down.
Well, he played that absolutely perfectly. He gave Marcus Mariota the perception that he was open. He was hoping, Marcus, you're going to see.
If you're just joining us, Marcus Mariota out for the game with an injured ankle. It's Matt Castle, and he's picked off. Ramsey, touchdown!
We spoke to Mike Mularkey yesterday. He said the word that describes his team is resilient. There's no bouncing back from this one.
Great players make great plays.
If you're Marty Morning.
Buck Allen now at running back. Flacco over the middle. Diving attempt, picked off. Jalen Ramsey with the interception.
In man-to-man situations, because they said, hey, Mike Wallace is their fastest guy. Jalen Ramsey's our fastest guy. We're going to make sure that they don't get a leg up on us. And Jalen Ramsey, boy, he looks like Superman flying through the air right there.
And then threw the ball to a fan wearing his jersey.
This might be one of your good matchups, and you got another good matchup at tight end.
McCown feeling the pressure. It's nearly intercepted. Ramsey had it in his hands but could not hold on. And the Jaguars defense does their job. Out comes the Jets punter, Lachlan Edwards.
And now the ability to flip.
Roethlisberger 2nd down and 10. They come up the middle, and they have that ball picked off on the play by Ramsey. Ramsey with the 2nd pick. If he was able to scoop it up, it appeared he did, and they take the ball into Pittsburgh territory with a 13-yard return. And Roethlisberger throws his 3rd interception of the year. Jalen Ramsey out of Florida State. Good block by Hubbard. They go outside. Ramsey once again. Smith-Schuster, the intended recipient. What a play. Jalen Ramsey. Terrific corner. 4th and 6.
Just watch the closing speed right here. Once he recognizes it's an out route, he is right in the back pocket.
Down 20-0. There's Hilton. He's been kind of quiet. Percent looking for him, and he can't hang on. Broke it up by Jalen Ramsey. And there is a 3-and-out.
Great guy he is, though, too. Just his overall presence is so comforting.
On 3rd down, Brissett going to the end zone for T.Y. Hilton, and it's incomplete. Broke it up at the last moment.
I said his presence is comforting. We're talking about Calais Campbell. That's when he's in the meeting room.
Yes.
On the football field, he's not very comforting.
Yeah, he's T.Y.
Rivers hit as he throws. It's deflected, and a diving pick. Avery Jones, are you kidding me? His first career interception.
When I was coaching for the Chargers, occasionally we would have no-fly zones. Those were areas where you did not test a certain cornerback. Jalen Ramsey is in that discussion where you don't want to test him, and he makes a fantastic play here on a ball that's high, and Avery Jones just laying out. Keenan Allen in the slot. That's the 3rd down go-to guy.
Ngakoue coming. Rivers gets rid of it to Gordon, who's punished by Ramsey.
Thing that I think distinguishes Jalen Ramsey from a lot of the, quote, cover corners around the league. When he comes up.
3 out of 12 on 3rd downs, 1 on the play clock. Rivers barely gets it off. Rivers deep down the field. He's got Benjamin down there, and it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey nearly had an interception. Duke Johnson, the running back, next to Kaiser. Ngakoue coming. Kaiser steps up. Kaiser buys time. Going down to the end zone. There's a man down there, and it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey knocked it down. And it's 2nd and 10.
That ball, because it did not have a tight spiral, just hung in the air and fluttered. And if you're
both he and Drew Stanton really spent a lot of hours just so he could be ready for this moment.
That pass deflected and actually caught by Larry Fitzgerald. It was Yannick Ngakoue, his second-year stud at that defensive end position, getting his big mid on it. And it will be third down, actually loss of 2.
A really nice reaction right here by Ngakoue.
Doyle's been quiet today, the tight end. 1st and 10. Oh, they got around him. Ngakoue almost had it. It's picked off. Ramsey with his 3rd of the year. Oh, look at the player out of Florida State. Damps his way with a pick on Brissett. Takes it to the 25.
He doesn't even have help over the top. This is a single safety middle, but he just realizes the route, and he does a nice job undercutting T.Y. Hilton. He's playing the eyes of the quarterback the entire way. Boy, turnovers in this part of the field are an absolute killer.
McKissick is in. He gets the football and knocked out right away. It's 4th down. Paul Posluszny and Jalen Ramsey. 41 yards rushing already. Fakes to Davis. Going deep for Baldwin, and it's intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. That's the 28th takeaway by Jacksonville. Ramsey with the pick.
Mike Davis in the flat, but everybody else was kind of down the field vertically. Doug Baldwin, Tanner McAvoy right there, and then you have Amari Darboh coming from the other side. So you trust Doug Baldwin in that situation. One-on-one, I'll take a shot down the field, see if we can get a play.
Peterman from the gun. Here we go. Pass, tip, and intercepted by Ramsey to close it out. Jaguars are heading to Pittsburgh. Ramsey up top. You might be looking at the future best corner in the National Football League. He reads the quarterback, jumps, and he's got height, size, speed, and you see the athleticism. We got to make sure that's a catch for sure, but it looks good there. Look at him.
What a play.
Make up the ground.
What a play. Already, though. Ooh.
Oh, we got to see that again. Show us again. This isn't done yet, Bills fans. Hold on. Jacksonville wants to see this end right now.
Play clock is down to 3. Pitch it. Bell. Devoured. Jalen Ramsey leading the charge. It's a loss of 4.
It's not a good idea. They had success running straight at the Jaguars on this drive, but trying to go wide. Tremendous job by Ramsey setting the edge here. Number 20 diving in there.
Drive the first, gained 30 yards, this one 15. Manning spins, breaks away from pressure, complete to Beckham, and he's down at the 12-yard line. Giants have 1 timeout, and they will use it here.
Eli showing some nimble feet here. Yannick Ngakoue killing Nate Solder over there, and then
Jeremy Bates, the offensive coordinator, his first year as the OC, promoted from quarterbacks coach last year. It does look like they're going to at least try to pick something up. What a stellar defensive play by Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen's just waiting for these opportunities out there. You know, he's frustrated. They don't have the turnovers that they got last year. They're hoping they would come in bunches.
I didn't help him at all. He's fantastic, and he's a stud. He's going to play great. I can't wait to watch his career there. 2nd and 6. As Prescott goes deep. Was it intercepted? Who comes down with it? It's Ramsey. But I don't believe he was in bounds, was he? Boy, this is going to be a big call because you just gave Jacksonville life. If that's the case, you have points. They're going to call it no. Whoa. Boy, the Cowboys got away with one there.
They tried to go to Hearns. Ramsey completely all over it. Well, he's got 2 feet down, by the way, but he didn't have control.
I don't know if his right foot gets down. Let's see.
Wentz makes Makes a move in the pocket for the end zone, and it's intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. First 2 Eagles possessions are takeaways for Jacksonville. So Philly moves the ball, but Jacksonville.
Roethlisberger, middle of the field, broken up one for AB. That's Ramsey on the coverage, knocking it down.
Means he's supposed to stay inside and underneath with a safety help. But AB beats this coverage all the time. He still crosses your face. Ooh, just barely. Ben with a great throw under pressure.
Oh, he gets.
Ngakoue is on the sideline, and Campbell.
Intercepted. That was Ramsey, who jumped across the middle and got his second interception of the season.
Possibility as he undercuts the seam route. How is that?
It's right here is where.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yes.
Which one is it?
I don't know yet.
I didn't see it hit the ground.
I thought he caught it.
Yep.
It is Ramsey. You almost have to down here if you want to stop the run.
AB has scored a touchdown in 7 straight games. Here's the pass to the end zone. And it's Ramsey who comes away with it. Oh, he tried to run it out. Was he touched down? Because he's still going. And he lands right at the feet of Roethlisberger. And he talks a little bit.
Well, so does Jacksonville. And he rises up over him. And comes down with it.
Well, he's contacted right there on the face guard by Brown.
Brown touched him.
Yep. And again, all takeaways anyway are reviewed. So there's contact right on this swipe right there.
He's down right there. But once he starts running, no one touched it. But what an athletic play. Look at that. And keep your eye on the balls are falling.
All right, the officials.
Play clock down to 3. Luck to the outside. Pass is complete to Swope, and he is not out of bounds. The clock will continue to run. 2 seconds, 1 second, that's it. What a day for the Jags defense. What a tackle by Jalen Ramsey to keep him in bounds.
It's hindsight now, but I'm thinking in that situation, you take 2 shots at the end.
Lewis. Nope. Jalen Ramsey. Miles Jack. Here he comes.
Very quiet here at Houston as they're anticipating this 3rd and 6, and right back to Hopkins, who could not hold on. Incomplete pass. And good coverage on the play by Jalen Ramsey.
And Jalen Ramsey is so aggressive at the catch. And by that I mean, yeah, some guys want to make the tackle, but Jalen Ramsey realizes the ball's in Hopkins' hands. And
Mariota pass. What a catch. Brilliant by Davis. And now loses the ball. And along the sideline, Tennessee will keep the ball.
At the Rams 43. The pitch to Freeman. Gets a couple of blocks. The ball is batted loose. And Nicole Roby-Coleman went for it. The Falcons have recovered. Devontae Freeman recovered. The Rams had a big chance, but missed.
And look at Jalen Ramsey. Everyone talks about his pass coverage. How about him popping the shoulder in?
As they give up the opportunity to kick a 56, 57-yard field goal, and that pass will be dropped by Taylor Gabriel.
Out of the shotgun. Garoppolo stands in, going deep. It is intercepted by Jalen Ramsey. Looking for room to run. Ramsey breaks a tackle. Gets to the far sideline, and he's taken out of bounds by Coleman. Jalen Ramsey with his first interception as a Ram.
Now watch Ramsey 20 and how intelligently he plays this. He sees it, watch him fall back into the pattern because he knew he wasn't being pressed where he was supposed to be in coverage. He has his eyes back on Garoppolo the entire time, and falls back into the pattern that was meant for Emmanuel Sanders. And then he gets a nice straight arm against Tevin Coleman.
Flanking Prescott. Stays in the block. Pass will be dropped by Cooper. He may have had control.
He's going to spin out and then come back and look for this outcut, because when it's man coverage, you're expecting the inside guy to go out. It's exactly what he does. There's Ramsey. Instead of a first down, you almost get a turnover. Really clever play call.
So they'll reverse this.
Oftentimes he's late to the second and third.
First down run for Freeman, and it's a loss. Penetration from Greg Gaines up front for the Rams.
Boy, and you know, you think about Devontae Freeman and the success he has had. When you have to make that.
Jones, pocket collapsing, and he's going to get sacked. Ogbonnia Okoronkwo, his first sack of the season. Impactful already.
Yeah, you've got pressure coming.
They've got Tate on that release. He's got a lot of room to cover, and he gets hit hard on the perimeter by Jalen Ramsey. I believe there was a little extra in that Ramsey tackle.
Jalen Ramsey, I mean, you're just going to not only tackle, but you defeated the block of D.
Bench, he was a little gimpy at the end of the first half. So they work on him. A little pass out from the flat to Samuel, and he'll get run out of bounds by Ramsey for a small loss. It'll be third down. Let's call it 3rd and 10. No gain. We go to Michelle. Keep an eye on when he comes out of the tent. 3rd down and 6 now. And Garoppolo fires over the middle, and that's incomplete. Another 3rd down drop here. Kittle, we've got a few of them tonight. Intended for Kittle, so 4th down. Rams hold. And we'll get it back with 9.5 on the clock.
Yeah, and I think the Rams are getting a little impatient. They're not getting there with their
pressure. Foles throwing, and it's intercepted. Picked off on the sideline. It is Jalen Ramsey.
It affects his ability to follow through on the throw. Bobby Massey gets beat around the outside. Jalen Ramsey is the recipient.
I mean, yeah, this is a quarterback in desperation. You're down 2 touchdowns in the 4th quarter. Everybody in the building knows that you're going to be passing, and the Rams are coming off the football, and you got to push the ball down the field to try to make a play.
Knocked down. That was Ramsey who knocked it down. Hopkins was the receiver. And out comes Mike Nugent.
Take a look at this by Jalen Ramsey. What a play. You got to wonder, how is that not pass interference in the end zone right there?
Off to that 5-0 start. Big plays, a lot of points. Distant memory. Here's a big play attempt, and broken up by Ramsey. Metcalf the target, and number 20 won that battle.
You're going to give him a shot. You know, he kind of is looking in like he might get the ball quick, and then it's
4 outside receivers. And Dalton will fire, and that'll be incomplete. Ramsey breaks it up, intended for Robinson, the 2 former teammates back with the Jaguars a few years. Donald's been here since he was drafted in 14. They traded for Ramsey a couple of years ago. 2 megastars. This is Damian Williams. He who had that great Super Bowl performance 2 years ago with Kansas City. Ramsey is there to stop him. That's a loss of 3, 2nd down and 13.
You know, so many times when you watch this Rams defense on film, you go, it doesn't look so hard. It really doesn't. They have a lot of people, and if he dives that towards the running back, Fields can run.
It's Mooney in motion, and he flips it back to Goodwin. And the sprinter can't get around the corner. Ramsey runs him right into the Rams bench. That didn't work. It's 2nd down and 12.
Well, here's the reason they're doing this with Jalen Ramsey. They want to get him in the action. When he was out wide playing cornerback, there just wasn't that much action because teams would throw away from him.
Dalton back out of the gun quickly. And look at that as Mooney gets blown up. And who else? It's so funny. As you say, Chris, they're moving around, and he loves it.
Right down on this side against his favorite guys.
Eason on 2nd down, and Jalen Ramsey comes up to make the huge play.
Absolutely amazed at how awesome he's been at that DB position. Playing outside, locks down your best receiver, or selfishly goes to the nickel spot.
He was not comfortable to stay inbound, so what looked like a outstanding catch. Accurately. Murray well protected, going deep for Hopkins, and juggling, incomplete. Jalen Ramsey was working with him.
Through the first 3 weeks of the season, so you can be critical and say what you want, but the stats prove it to be a really wise and savvy decision by Sean McVay.
After the penalty, Murray throws, knocked away. He was trying to get it to Hopkins, but there was Jalen Ramsey.
That's when they're going to lock him up with Jalen Ramsey. Watch this. This is outstanding defense. Just outstanding.
And Ramsey working the crowd in that corner of the end zone. Wants them to make noise, so they still get another chance on 3rd down, but a wise move by the Cardinals because
we had this happen to us in Pittsburgh in a championship game, and you just get out of rhythm when you don't start the game for 20 minutes.
On the sweep, Swift going nowhere. Jalen Ramsey again. He's living in the backfield early today.
Watch Jalen Ramsey come from the top of your screen right here. They're going to hand it to Swift on that quick little fly motion out of the gun. And it's so hard to do it when you don't get all the reps in practice.
2nd and 10. Goff hit as he throws for the end zone. Intercepted! Jalen Ramsey with the pick at the goal line. Ramsey out of bounds, shy of the 25. The pressure forces the pick. Ramsey's 2nd of the year. And
after no gain, blitz is on and caught, but knocked down right away is Jordan Akins.
Well, play action now, under pressure. He gets it away, and it's intercepted at the 45-yard line by Jalen Ramsey. And flags come down at the end of the play.
Yesterday that Ryan Tannehill, the weakness for his game was throwing some of these out-breaking cuts. We talked about how much he loves throwing the in cuts, but on the out-breaking cuts, Ramsey said he'll leave a couple hanging inside, and I'm going to have a chance for it. Sure did.
And then Ramsey, Foreman was in the Atlanta camp. We saw him in preseason this year. Then he was released. Little razzle-dazzle here. This is Marcus Johnson. And a great play by Ramsey. So Ramsey reads it right there, stops him before he could throw downfield or turn the corner.
D'Onta Foreman had a chance to block Ramsey on this one, and he simply does not. There's Ramsey.
Quick throw to Brandon Ayuk. And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss. Good job, Von Miller coming over to make the stop.
That's a great job from Von Miller. You know, everybody's excited about him rushing the passer. Keep that in the proper context. That's ridiculous.
6 minutes to play in the 4th. Elijah Mitchell.
with holding calls, 10 of them this year for the right tackle. In the backfield, James Robinson, good to have him back there if you're a Jaguars fan. He's such a big part of this offense, although he just met Aaron Donald and coughed up the football, and it's turned over to Jalen Ramsey, the former Jaguar, who gets the loose ball.
What an absolute monster. Just throwing other humans around and ripping that ball out as he does it. The awareness, the strength, the quick move. to get in the backfield, and then look at him rip this ball out with his left hand. Robinson's holding it with all his might with 2 hands, and Aaron Donald just pries that thing loose. Great starting field position again for the Rams offense.
On 4th down, Lawrence to throw, incomplete. He wanted O'Shaughnessy, Jalen Ramsey with the denial. And the Rams defense turns the Jaguars away, trying to fit it to his tight end.
Wilson's throw. Metcalf can't handle it. Ramsey on the coverage.
That's your big on big. That's your giant on giant. Every significant snap, Raheem Morris wanted to get Jalen Ramsey on DK Metcalf, especially without Lockett around. You can see.
Wilson going deep. Metcalf knocked away at the last moment by Ramsey. It hung up there a while.
It did.
He was open.
Yeah, that was.
4. Here is a toss to Samuel, and Debo gets popped in the backfield, and Ramsey came up to make the hit.
Well, think back to week 10. In that opening drive by the 49ers, 18-play drive, 13 of those plays were on the ground. And the Rams have been tired of hearing about how they got outplayed and how physical the 49ers have been against them. Well, in 2021, Trent Williams has been the best tackle in football. So that's a big loss. But McKivitz, with no experience at left tackle this year.
Here's one batted up and intercepted by Ramsey. A juggle all the way into the end zone and the interception. Jalen Ramsey makes a play when the Rams absolutely needed it.
Need 14 here on 4th down. 4-man rush. Very good protection. Deep downfield, broken up. But a flag.
A fraction of a second before the hit by Weddle. If not, it would have still been Bucs football. Watch this. Ball on the ground and then the hit. If it happens, anything else other than Evans knocking that ball straight to the ground, if somehow it had been kicked up in the air, the Bucs would still have the football here.
Fraction of a second. 3rd down and 10. Burrow fires to the end zone, and it's incomplete. That is T. Higgins covered by Ramsey, so Ramsey moves over to take on Higgins this time, and it's 4th down, and in comes the field goal group.
So you say exactly what's going on here. Well, Jalen Ramsey, they call it getting touches, and touches mean they're guessing where the Cincinnati Bengals are going to throw the football, and they're going to...
2nd and goal. He's out the backfield, going to keep it himself and throw on the run for Diggs. Incomplete.
He's going to come up, and then they're going to throw it late over here. I'm not so sure the powerful Josh Allen wouldn't have found a way to get in the end zone here. But once again, it's that triple threat. He can hand it off, he can run it, or he can throw it late.
It's like the Tebow Florida jump pass.
Look at all this space out here, this flat out here.
Here's Mariota. Hit as he throws for the end zone. A jump ball intercepted. Jalen Ramsey with the pick. And the 5-time Pro Bowler snares it.
But watch Ramsey. Here he is. They're going to Brian Edwards on Ramsey right there. I mean, that one leaves me scratching my head a little bit. And silo him in this hallway, make him play from the pocket and beat him from the pocket.
3rd and 14. Murray over the middle, and Ramsey breaks it up. He wanted Ertz. Ball, Ertz, Ramsey all arrive at the same time, and the Pro Bowler knocks it away.
Well, he just starts looking for work. You see him right here, number 5. He's just hunting somebody up because there's nowhere to go for him. When he's in no man's land, I think their sweet spot's right around 15 seconds on that play clock. to snap the ball.
Little option play. The pitch to Connor. Ramsey with the tackle at the 49.
Designed to get these linebackers inside. See how he shows the ball quickly? But they didn't even bite on the fake there. And he just slow played it off the edge. Well done.
And they'll go again, Mark. Out
here
of the
comes
backfield in motion.
The Wildcat from Connor.
Connor looking for a block. Can't find one. Breaks 2 tackles. Breaks a third. Can't break 4, 5, and 6. Boy, with the Rams all over that. Ramsey finished him off.
Man, watch all these hats fly to the football. There goes Kyler on the motion.
Blitz coming. Rush in trouble. He is decked. How did he hold on to it? Jalen Ramsey with the sack.
Well, you mentioned Zeke Elliott. His big role is pass protection. You're going to see Pollard. He's in there. Watch Jalen Ramsey come off the edge. Pollard's got to see.
I'd like to see him get McCaffrey out of the backfield on one of those option routes.
Here's McCaffrey out of the backfield, and Jalen Ramsey says, I'm ready for you. Drops him like a bad habit, and it's 4th down.
Lit him up. Well, watch them move their safeties at the last second. They're showing single high, then he's going to go. They're going to rotate at the last second, so Jalen's technically responsible for the flag.
The 2-hand stuff. 2nd and 10.
Ramsey.
And a blitz and a sack. Back-to-back weeks with a sack for Jalen Ramsey. The first 2 in his career. How many does he have now? 2, says number 5.
Watch him off the left side. Boom.
We were talking with defensive coordinator Raheem Morris about his sack last week, and he said, I get into a zen during a game. He goes,
missed opportunity there.
3rd down. Pumps, fires, tipped, and it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey went up and got it and almost picked it after that. But the Rams defense makes a stop themselves.
Yeah, you're going to see the running back here, Jeff Wilson. He's going to run a little choice. He's going to be open in this zone right here. Garoppolo.
McCaffrey, left side, gets through. McCaffrey, oh, the ball is loose. It's out there, and it's saved by Ray McLeod, who dropped on it.
Jalen Ramsey came up and put a big hit on McCaffrey. Fortunately for him, the ball was recovered, but wow. Jalen Ramsey, known.
Brady fires a goal line. Ball in the air. Incomplete. Otten would have been just short of the end zone as Scott and Ramsey collided with him. And now we'll have 4th down coming up. Here's Brady looking to the end zone. Pass up in the air and incomplete. Ramsey almost made the pick.
In the backfield on your right side, right at the bottom, boom, and then up top. The ball, it's really, the sack is over. So he doesn't want to throw it there, Jim, but 4th down, you have to. As Donald comes bearing down, he feels him right there. And he's like, you want to wait and go through to somebody else, but the ball has to come out. It's actually a selfless play.
We'll see. A little pressure there. Looked like that was maybe Ramsey blitzing off the edge. 15, we're gonna go up 3 scores, right?
I like your positive thinking. I like it. But it just
all right,
holding.
Oh, he stole it.
He didn't steal it.
Did they blow the whistle?
It's getting chippy out there, boys. It's got to be holding on the Packers.
They didn't have the personal foul. They would got the extra 15 yards for the face mask after.
Yeah.
It would have been.
Yeah.
Well, he kept fighting for it. He was like going backwards. He just stole it.
Good play.
Heck of a
good
play.
heads-up play by Ramsey. Keep the Rams alive here. Let's go, Baker. Let's go, Baker.
A ground bender with the way that he can move. Yeah.
Like an earth bender?
Yeah. Wilson looking end zone. Intercepted. Jalen Ramsey takes it away.
Sitting here, just check out this big play right there. A little bit of a dust up, and who comes down with it? Jalen Ramsey.
On first down, off the play fake. Good protection, and it's intercepted by Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey with a pick down the sideline and out of bounds. DK Metcalf was the intended receiver, and Geno Smith threw it right to the All-Pro.
He undercuts this little mag route, basically like a sting route. You show hard play action up front, low pad level by the offensive lineman. Try and sell run, give them the illusion of run. And Jalen Ramsey undercuts it. Makes a savvy veteran play. You see the opening there. They got the opening at the second level with the linebackers. They parted.
That's what they started yapping at each other again.
Off the play fake. Smith looking. Oh no! And it's the second pick of the day for Jalen Ramsey. His fourth of the season. Ramsey plucks it out of the air at the 41. Leonard Floyd with the hit on Geno Smith as he got rid of it. 1 for 7 on third down today is Seattle. 3rd and 3. Smith throws incomplete. Lockett diving for it. Ramsey in the area. And it's 4th down again for Seattle, and the punt team coming out.
Well, watch this. He's going to start outside, get back underneath, and expect DK Metcalf to try and rub one of those defenders.
This possession alone. But can they punch it in here? They'll try to tie this game. Pump fake. Jones thrown near center of the field. That pass intercepted. Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey's got a lead blocker. Ramsey out of bounds. He's got his first pick in his Dolphins debut.
Watch, he's got Parker down the field, but he's going to read the quarterback and come off. So Mac Jones believes that Ramsey is going down the field, and then he's going to have a wide open Kendrick Bourne on the sideline. But Ramsey, exceptional instincts, easily is able to bait Mac Jones and pick off that ball.
Illuminor the block. The throw by O'Connell. It's picked off, intercepted. Ramsey's got it.
On the left side, Jacoby Myers goes to the outside, or it's Tucker that's on the outside. Ball a little bit behind. You make that mistake, Ramsey's going to undercut it and get the interception.
Second interception. 2nd down and 10. Good time. Going deep. Looking for Tucker. Intercepted. Another one for Ramsey. Another interception. Sealing the game for the Dolphins. Game he has had. I mean, he has lived up to the billing.
See Jacoby Myers going down the middle of the field. That draws the attention of Holland. Just an incredible play by Ramsey.
He landed on the ball.
Yes.
It may have knocked the wind out of him. I never want to speculate, but the optics here would tell you that.
But I mean, that's what you have to do. You're out of timeouts. You've got to take some shots. You've got your fastest guy on the field. He just came off the sidelines. Just an incredibly athletic play.
Try and block up some people and get someone down deep in the middle.
Pass by Simeon. Knocked away by Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey he's done such a good job covering up Garrett Wilson. They haven't even challenged him until now.
Yeah, it's great defense, and this ball hits him, though, I think. Right?
For the 14 four-man rush, Mahomes gets rid of it high. Pacheco gets banged. Inbounds there by Jalen Ramsey.
This early at the beginning of the 4th quarter.
ETN getting a block from Cleveland. Chased. Ogba couldn't get him. Chased here by Phillips. He's blocked. Here he comes the other way. Looking for daylight. They make the stop. Kendall Fuller. Sealer and others got ETN on downs.
Of the Dolphins anyway. Now all of a sudden, you're giving them a short field. You're already in field goal range. Excellent effort by Etienne to try and make something happen out of nothing.
but the pursuit of the Dolphins defense was just too much, as the Dolphins offense now with the momentum in their favor with great field position.
Kendall Fuller blew it up, but boy,
Ray Davis is the running back. Fake to him, throw to him, chase down, and caught back at the line of scrimmage.
1st and 20. Lockett on the move, gets the throw right here. What a great play by Ramsey outside. Shed a blocker, made the tackle. He did it all. They lose 2 on the completion to Lockett, and it's back at the 29-30-yard line.
Excellent. That's a phenomenal play by Ramsey.
That's amazing.
Yes.
After an odyssey around the NFL that has paid off into a terrific career here in Seattle. On 1st and 10 outside he goes. Barner is there, and the stop by Ramsey.
The one that really goes far beyond the X's and O's and on the field.
End up inside, and Spears knocked down.
Coaching staff says he has the best hands on the team. He's yet to have a catch today, so incomplete. Brissett, sideline throw, and that's incomplete.
3rd and 9. Dolphins bring pressure again. Richardson hit as he throws. That ball is loose. It is scooped up by Chop Robinson, and Robinson on it.
Well, definitely bringing a lot more pressure. It's Jalen Ramsey again. Let's see if this hand is going forward with the ball in possession. Wow, that is close.
So close. Saw it last week with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, and the question of, did he get the arm all the way to 3 o'clock? Was it a throw or was it a fumble with Rodgers?
You wonder if there's enough to change the...
Bobbled, intercepted, picked off, Ramsey got it. Coleman couldn't hold on. And Miami stops the Bills in their tracks.
Want to take advantage of it. He looks back at the ball, goes right through his hands.
3-time first-team All-Pro Jalen Ramsey.
What concentration on Ramsey's part.
No kidding. And the defense for the Dolphins stops the Bills deep in their own zone, in the red zone on CBS.
The Raiders can't afford these long drives. They've got to make something happen with 3:19 to play, down 2 scores. Minshew quickly intercepted. Jalen Ramsey to 2 knees. And that's going to do it. With 3:12 to play, the Dolphins can run it out.
Might be the easiest interception of Jalen Ramsey's career. I don't know if Myers turned in the wrong way.
He
on
turned
the
out?
hitch route. Yeah, I'm not sure. It almost looks like Minshew thought Myers was going to turn in.
Aditi, he's so even-keeled. How does he navigate this franchise through what, of course, everyone expected to be a tough year 1, and on days like this?
It's, obviously they're not a good enough offense to overcome the negativity.
Boy, look out. Ramsey untouched, coming off the edge. 4th sack for this Miami defense.
4th and goal. Thompson Robinson to the end zone. It is broken up, incomplete. Jalen Ramsey got a hand on it.
And that's the danger of going for it. You come up with no points after a fantastic drive. Unfortunately for Devontae Adams, he was on the wrong side of that one.
Another pass. Here's Adams. He's got it. And it's Ramsey again, fighting off of the block of Wilson to drag him down for a loss.